Hello and welcome to one of my many stress-free art sessions. I'm your host BaTo and I will be teaching you how to create art. For this session you can use a tablet to draw or a pencil and paper. I'm using an iPad and a free app called SketchBook to draw and paint in this and future sessions. For this session, we are going to discuss composition, color, and value. Composition in arts is defined as such. It is the placement of the visual elements such as figures, trees, and so on in a work of art. Color is one of the basic elements in design. The color theory as old as time explains the difference between primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. The color wheel on the screen shows the three primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. Orange, green, and violet are the secondary. And screen left side of the color wheel are cool colors, and screen right are the warm colors. And I'll talk about this more in the video. As for the values, value in art is essentially how light or dark something is on a scale of white to black, with white being the highest value and black being the lowest value. Here I'm playing with the different values from dark to light, from black to white, right? I'm also changing the background to gray, light gray. It's much easier to work with a gray background, adding different values, right? They will reflect better. So I'm creating a sphere that's kind of dark gray, mid gray. I'm also adding a light source and the sun, right? So the sun is gonna raycast the sunlight onto the sphere, and it's gonna give it that 3D rendering look, right? So I'm adding also the dark gray shadows to the back end of the sphere. I'm smudging it with a smudge tool to blend those values better, so to shape it, right? So it looks like a 3D sphere. I'm also adding the little specularity to the sphere, and the smoother the specularity is, the smoother the sphere is gonna look like. So I'm also gonna add a little shadow as well, just so it looks more appealing, it looks more real, this is really, you can do so much with different values, that's how you can shade things. Here I'm just playing with the color wheel, trying to decide what color I'm gonna choose for my sphere. So I think I'm gonna choose a warm, actually cool color, blue. So that's gonna be my base color. Next I'm gonna create a light source. Probably it's gonna be a sun, so it's gonna be kind of yellowish color. So those sun rays are gonna raycast onto the sphere, and with those different values we'll be able to actually render the sphere to look like a sphere. So we have highlights on the top of the sphere. I'm gonna add actually shadows and dark purple to the back of the sphere, and I'm going to use a smudge tool to kind of blend those values, different colors, right? So again, this is not a completely accurate rendering of a 3D sphere, but this is just to show you how these colors work when they're mixed together. And again, the shadow is gonna be cool color as well, which is dark purple. And I'm gonna turn the opacity down. So that's pretty much it for the sphere. This is the rule of thirds. It is the grid system. Those intersecting points where the lines meet, those are the key points, and that's where the most important things should be placed at. Also, something else to note is 1/3 of that space should never be used, should be empty, or should be not as populated. So here I'm just drawing a little character that's standing, and I'm gonna place him around center, and then I'm gonna try and place him where those intersecting points are, just to show you guys different ways of showing and displaying key points or important things. Usually, like, if the character is just placed in the center, it's very boring. It's not dynamic at all. It's very static, right? But let's say we place the head at one of those intersecting points. So already the character is looking more dynamic. And once I add the background to it as well, the setting, pretty much the mood is there, right? And if you place the character in the center, it's fine. It's boring. It's been done before. I'm just playing around with different compositions, and you guys should do the same. This is a great exercise, just to place things around and see where it goes and where it leads to. It is also another guide that you can use for the composition. It's called Golden Spiral. And I think I'm gonna dedicate another session maybe to talk more in detail about color and design and everything else that's very crucial and important in art. But nevertheless, for now, for what we are doing, I think this is just enough. So that's it. Thank you.